Protecting your children in the classroom from a shooter. New technology promises to help do that, and companies that offer the technology are hoping Florida schools will install it.
Only on News4Jax, I-Team reporter Vic Micolucci put this new system to the test and looks at what it will take to get it inside local schools and businesses.
Terror at schools, nightclubs, hotels, and churches. Active shooters killing anyone in their path. It's sad that we have to talk about this, but it's a reality.
It is. It's a reality. I mean, like we said, there's a lot of soft targets out there.
Soft targets that several companies say they can protect.
Shot detected.
Alerting police of a shooting within seconds. And sending emergency messages to people in danger.
Shot detected.
It's technology called shooter detection systems, developed by a company in Massachusetts, teaming up with IT giants Genetec and Lencor after the Sandy Hook tragedy.
So we use both acoustics and infrared.
Here's how it works. The company installs these sensors throughout a building. They have microphones to detect the sound of gunshots and infrared cameras to spot muzzle flash. Nearly instantly, the system sends an alert of a gunshot, notifying security and police the exact room where it happened. They can watch a live feed through surveillance cameras.
It's creating a breadcrumb trail, so now local law enforcement knows that's the first shot that went off. That's the most recent.
The alert sends a text message to people in the area and can even lock and unlock doors.
We can lock a section, unlock a section, so keep the shooter at bay, while the other traffic is being pushed outside of the building.
Shooter detection systems have been installed all across the U.S. and in Europe. The company's looking to build their presence in Florida now, which has seen several mass shootings. Jacksonville contractor Miller Electric is working to install the systems here and throughout Florida in hopes of saving lives.
A system like this will help lessen the mass casualty event.
It can be installed in all types of atmospheres. Important because mass shootings are on the rise. A recent study of 160 active shooter scenarios over 13 years found nearly a quarter happened at schools. 45% were at businesses, 10% in government buildings. The rest in open spaces, homes, churches, and healthcare facilities.
And shortening that response window to get those first responders where they can make an impact, that's what we're here. That's why we're doing this.
It's not a cheap investment. Company leaders say most systems cost between $20,000 and $60,000.
If this thing saves, I mean, how do you put a price on human life, especially our kids, you know?
I think that the first install is probably going to be a new construction, a school that's perhaps halfway constructed, and the school board says, let's get it in now when it's most cost effective.
Would you like to see this at schools, hospitals, and businesses in Clay County?
Oh, I'd love to.
Clay County Sheriff Daryl Daniels recently tested out the technology at Miller Electric's office. He's a fan.
If a person is in an active shooter scenario and they start moving through a building, we as responders can know where to set up and how to address that immediately.
But he says he knows the funding is always a challenge.
And I'm sure that some of our elected officials in Clay County love to pay for it.
So that's the hardest thing.
That is the hardest thing. You know, everything comes at a cost, and the cost of safety sometimes has an expensive price tag to it.
Another line of defense for threats that could emerge at any time. This gunshot detection technology is similar to ShotSpotter, which was installed around parts of Jacksonville. Last year, I traveled to Denver to test it out. It is a series of microphones put in high crime areas that alert police to shots as they are fired outdoors. The city of Jacksonville spent nearly $500,000 to install the sensors in northwest Jacksonville, which has so far successfully worked to alert police to gunfire even before a call is made to 911. I'm Vic Micolucci, Channel 4, the local station.
And right now on News4Jax.com, you'll find our I-Team investigation, Lockdown. There you can learn more about shooter detection systems and see how the new technology works. Just look for the story on the homepage.